Yay, it says I'm live. Well, I have a new webcam, so I thought we would try it out and see what we think about it. Not sure how this is going to work because I'm doing it on the PC instead of on my phone. So we will find out, I guess. So I have to say thank you to one of my patrons who has been asking for this video, and I decided to go ahead and make it. Um, Not sure how to do this, where to look, because I want to look over here, but at the same time, every time I do, I see myself on the screen, and it's like, don't do that, go this way. So I'm just going to sit right here, I think. The topic of black-eyed children is going to be about this long, I think. I'm not sure. We're just going to take it like we take it, okay? First and foremost, these guys are not new. Okay, everybody wants to sit here and talk about how they are an urban myth that has come to life, and it's just made up stuff. Well, no, they've been around for at least 100 years, if not more. Okay, and that's just here in the U.S. Okay, so we're not talking worldwide because I'm sure as we start going back through history, we can find these guys. One of the first things I want to talk about is that these guys have a mission to get. So by having to do that, that tells you right there, there's your first clue that these guys are demonic. Okay? Anything that has to ask your permission to do something is pretty much evil. Okay? Um, and the reason that they ask you, can you open the door so that we can come in? Things like this, questions like this tell you right there that you are having to assert your free will. Okay? You're being tested. I know that sucks, but it's the case. You're being tested. Sorry to say. So, asserting your free will in the right direction will get you a whole lot more than these guys, because these guys aren't going to hurt you. Everybody wants to talk about how scary they are, and oh my heck, they might hurt me, and they might kill me, and they might do something. Good morning, everybody. You're all here. Um, it's just amazing to me how many people fall for this. Okay, I've done one video, at least one video on these guys before, and it's there in my in all the videos that are on my channel. So what I want to say is, if it's asking your permission, tell it no. It cannot hurt you. These guys are not here to hurt you. They're here to see if they can get you to come over to the dark side, scary Darth Vader voice and all, because these guys are created beings just like humans are, okay? But we have Heavenly Father who created us. Satan created these guys, okay? Or hold favor over, okay? Remember what I said about wrestling with powers and principalities. It's the truth. These guys cannot hurt you unless you give them permission to. Okay, so I have patrons, friends, all kinds of people on here, clients that are just terrified of these guys, and I don't understand why. Okay, I guess I get a little curious over this stuff because it seems to me you guys are powerful beings and you don't realize that. You have hold more sway over anything that comes into this realm. Okay? So just like dealing with a demon, tell it to get on. Go away. You have nothing to benefit from being in contact with this being. I mean, there are paranormal investigators out there who want to, chase these guys down, do things, and capture them. And I'm just like, stop, because all you're doing there is opening yourself up for a visit from a demon. Okay, once these guys have ascertained that your free will is done, and that I'm turning on my music, guys. Once they ascertain that, then it's going to be, hold on a second. I got to hit that thing. I'm hitting the wrong thing. There we go. Turn that down a little bit. Me. I just want you guys to realize how powerful you are. Okay? You can tell anything no, and you can tell it to get out, and it has to go. Okay? Good morning, nobody. Good morning, Victoria and Linda. It's just, I'm so afraid I miss people on here. I just want people to understand that. Okay, then we're going to move on to the next subject. Yeah, that's it. These, I've done videos on these guys, okay? And so I'm kind of like just recapping, because I'm not sure if people don't go watch my videos, what's the point of me doing all of this? Good morning, Scarborough Sasquatch. I'm just saying, I put these out in lesson form so that it can go onto the channel. All you got to do is just go look through all the videos, and you can find what you need. Little people is the other topic that I've been approached to talk about, the Nunye wheel. So let's talk about them. I mean, seriously, you want to know who, what, where, when? These guys are different branches of the same family. Okay? They are created beings. We have the Fae, we have fairies, we have actual, what sort of want to say? Actual, oh, thank you. Not really, thank you, but no. This is like the mop on the head, and I'm tired. Can you tell? Is it martini time yet? Somebody tell me, please. I'm sorry. When I'm going, okay, say it again. Okay, Victoria has asked a question. She would like to know how you post when you're going to have your lives. Okay, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Victoria. So talk to me, because I'm dumb and I've been awake for 3 days. Okay, so tell me what you think I need to do, because right now I come on here and I do lives. Sometimes I get a chance to post it up on Facebook, but pretty much everybody knows I go Wednesday at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So what are you thinking? When I post, I do the stream. Takes you to a few minutes to make it, what sort of want to say, edit it, I guess. Oh, I gotcha. I have no idea where the community page is, but I do post up on my Facebook, and pretty much I try to be good and keep my word and say that I'm going to do this, on Wednesday at 7 a.m. So, Victoria, you are most welcome. If I don't, somebody holler and smack me a good one upside the head. Um, where was I at? I'm talking about the Nunez. Okay, these guys are actual personages. Ah, okay. On laptop. I don't have a laptop. I have this monster. So, I'm sorry. I have to say something about it because it's like 20 years old. I love it, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. Um, I'll figure it out. Thank you for telling me that. So I'm just happy that I have moderators. Thank you guys. Excuse me, big yawn. So sorry, people. Okay, it's not because you're boring. It's because of what I said. I've been awake for 3 days. This will be day number 4. Yay! I got to stay away from the coffee now too. But I need it to stay awake. So the Nunez, they kind of get grouped into mythical and real beings, okay? Because we have plenty of um, information on these guys. Scarborough Sasquatch says he has done extensive study on the little people. So, if you want, I think that maybe it would be kind of nice if you shared with us, what I've found out over the years in dealing with them is they're dimensional, extra dimensional. Most of them are earth energies. There were some that were flesh and blood, like you and I, had cities all over the world. They were just a smaller version of us. At some point, because they were living so close with the earth, just like the Steyama, just like other beings that are earthbound, like that, they come into being a solid form and being locked in their bodies. Um, Shell wants to know, is it true Lafayette, similar to that, is an indication that the fairy? Yes, Lafayette. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Jules. Lafayette is Fae. That's what it means. It means a doorway. It means doorway town type thing. Yeah. So when people tell you that they live in a place called Lafayette, mediating, nobody says that she's got them over there in Aussie for mediating fights. Yep. Little people get a bad rap. Okay. People want to talk about how they're tricksters and bad and things. Okay, well, first of all, let's talk about that. Okay, because do you know anybody who's a trickster? Because I do. Do you know anybody who's pretty safe and sane and both feet planted on the ground? I do. I see this a lot in the little beings that I deal with. The Hadias here, that's what we call them here. Look like little Incan soldiers, and complete with the regalia, spears, um, helmets, the whole 9 yards. And they are always coming, going. Some of them are fun, but most part, it's like talking to Sergeant Carter. Remember him? There, I'll date myself again. yeah, he was the ultimate Marine, and that's what these little guys are. Um, they are synergy for the Sasquatch. They are. I find that wherever Sasquatch are, um, you're going to find the Nene. Here, the Hadias, every time, um, Gyasa thinks he's pulling something on me. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed with him. By sneaking around or getting into my shed, things like that, they are right there to let me know. Um, okay, Scarborough Sasquatch would like to know how we know the difference. Okay, little people are subjective to the Tuatha De Danann, and that those are the guys that I told you about before that are Fae. Okay, and Fae means the branch that I'm talking about are the She. Okay, so they're subject to them. I'm not saying they're good or bad. I'm saying that they are in, just like you and I have to deal with the cops and be under and follow the rules and do everything. They have to do it the same way. Um, there are others that they're just like humans. Okay, they are just like humans, and they have powers, and they're in tune with the earth, and they can do what they want. These guys are the wild card. Okay, they do not follow the rules. They do what they want to do, and are subject to punishment, discipline by the Tuatha De Danann. Okay, um, the ones that work with the Sasquatch, these guys are fascinating to me, um, because they seem like it's in their own interest to be as good as possible to the Steoma, which makes sense because, as I said, my people believe that Sasquatch is here to take care of the earth, take care of humans, etc. So when they are here, we should treat them nice and treat them right so they don't get hurt. It's just horrifying to me that people can't or won't tell the difference when they bump into them. Okay, I don't understand that. Okay, because if you've got something that's telling you, hey, let's go do this, and this is like the worst thing in the world, but yet we can go do this. Okay, and then you've got another one over here standing there telling you, it's in your best interest to not do that and walk away from you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. So how can you extend the hand and reach out and take the one that's bad, that's doing evil, wicked little things? That's, I know people can tell the difference, just like the Steoma can tell the difference between them. Okay, Steoma have so many entities that cling to them because they never fell. Okay, these guys are trying to stay with Heavenly Father in grace. They're walking in grace, but they're being tested just like we are, and it's very hard for them. So if you don't think they know the difference between a good fae and a bad fae, they do, because they follow them, they glom onto them, and it's because of the vibrational frequency that they emit. It's perfect. So these things want, to trap them and move them to wherever they can and feed off their energy. So I want you to remember that, because just like Heavenly Father created us, okay, anything good, Satan Lucifer, devil, whatever you want to call him. He is create his beings, that minions, whatever you want to call them, that are dark and do what they want to do and cause grief. Um, my son said it best in dealing with them. When you're having to deal with one that's bad, he is very tempted to reach out and slap it or do something like that, stomp it, because you just get the vibe off them that they are not your friend and that they are there to cause grief. Um, I'm not sure if that clears it up or, you know, help. You know, is that what you wanted to hear? Because that's all I can say. I can't say that all of them are good and all of them are bad, because they're like human beings. Some are going to choose what they're doing, and others are not going to choose the right path because they were designed to not choose the right path. Okay, so that means that they were designed to be evil. Yes, they do. My youngest especially so. I'm thinking she will probably be the next Alici after I'm gone. Um, Ozzy is one of those people. She sees, speaks with everything around us. I'm glad you think so. My kids hate it. They do not like the fact that they have gifts at all. So, my other one is scary. If she wanted to be, she's a very good person, but when you make her mad, um, her gift is the ability to see, and she can see quite a bit in people. And if you tick her off enough and push her enough, the other gift that she has that I am horrified by is the shredding of auras. She'll sit there and just totally shred somebody's aura to the point of making them fearful, uh, almost like insane with fear and being lost. And it takes about a day, maybe two, to recover from that. So I've worked very hard on her growing up to not do things like that. That's a no-no. You've got my son, who is another seer, really does not like to see or interact, you know. Oh boy, the Trouble Brothers are waking up behind me. It figures. Um, Anyhow, I just want to say that we need to be more aware that these things are showing up more and more, you know, and they're going to keep doing it. And I noticed, like I said before on the other channels, that once I talk about this, it seems like the floodgate opens and then everybody will start talking about it, which is good because I need to understand um, what's going on. But I also need people to get it straight. Okay, if you're going to tell somebody about what we talked about or whatever, make sure that they are getting it straight, etc. Okay, because I don't want people living in fear. That's so bad. But I do want people to be aware. Um, Good morning, Savage. I just pray for everybody, because thank you. Yeah, there you go. Scarborough says his past girlfriend could also do that, and it's instilling fear. Yeah, it's not a good thing. Um, anyhow, I pray for people so that they don't live in fear. It's not a good place to be. Okay. And more than anything right now, that's what we're being driven to is fear. Fear of cryptids, fear of each other, fear of the government, fear of. Okay. Don't you think that's kind of funny? Strange? I mean, seriously, think about that. If we are dealing with something that is that intelligent, don't you think it would figure out a way to push our buttons? Just saying. It's already figured out. And I hate giving him more power than I want him to have. But it's the truth. These beings that he has created and that he's using, others that he is using, um, you know, it's like, come on now, don't think about that stuff. I want people to, exactly. Fear lowers the vibration. That's right, nobody. It does. And people need to stop living like that. Okay. I don't do these videos so that people are afraid. I do these videos so that people have control over themselves. Okay. And I know that it works because I've had people contact me and say, since I started watching your videos and doing the things that you say to do, I feel better. I feel safer, and that's the best news to me because I want you guys to feel better, to feel safer. I want you guys to be aware of what's out there and to know that you guys have control, not them. Okay? So don't give them the control. Okay? Do not give them control over anything. Um, I've had people contact me and tell me that other people are reaching out to them to put things. How do I explain this? Oh, thank you, Tracy. Um, people need to know that you guys have so much power in your body. Okay, everybody says that to me. Well, if we have so much power, why is everything going on like it is? Because you have that power. You need a way to wake it up in you guys. Okay, and thank you. I'm trying so hard, because I really do love all of you. I had a student in the past that asked me that. She said, "How in the world can you love people, that are bad, um, evil?" And I had to tell her, I said, because you have to love the person. You have to love the being that's inside there. And remember, that being's asleep. Okay? We don't all wake up at the same time. So we have to wake them up, each other up. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. Extend the hand. And if you extend the hand, give them all the knowledge. Dump it on them. Okay? It's theirs. And please do it in such a way that it's correct. Don't leave out parts of it. Give it to them and let them learn. Let them decide, because it may be just one thing that you've learned in a lesson, and you say that one magic phrase or sentence, and the next thing you know, that person is awake. Um, it's a lesson in that these guys can learn, um, they can learn to be independent, like you guys are. Okay. Good morning, Christy. Um, if you guys become independent and are able to stand and fight anything bad that comes at you, then you guys are all powerful. And that gives us power over other things that are bad and shouldn't be here. Okay? So that's all I'm saying. Um, People need to know this. And I know certain Sasquatch beings, there again, people get scared. I was just talking to someone this weekend, and he said, how in the world do you expect me to even contemplate being around something that's 10 feet tall and almost 1,000 pounds? He said it can put its hand on your head and pick you up by your head, you know. Um, asked about the Anubis being that I had the interactions with. And do you remember the photo that I took of him? He was, you know, dogmen are dogmen are dogmen, okay? And I'm going to put on music. Here we go. Ready, folks? Here we go. I know people want to tell me how blessed they feel when they run into a dogman. Okay, good for you. I don't feel that way at all. Just small Ophi, okay, they don't bother me. Dogmen bother me, okay, and I don't care if he does look like Anubis. The Anubis dude was highly intelligent. Did you ever see a movie, Gods of Egypt? That Anubis guy. Hi, Scipio, go lay down. Yes, we've got an emergency going on. Victoria wants to know why she's hearing a high-pitched hissing noise. I'm hearing it as well. I've been hearing it. It means we've got someone listening. It's not angelic. This would be a troublemaker. We've got a troublemaker. He's doing sip. Yeah, that's how I know I'm in trouble. Because, like I said, I've been hearing it, and now Scipio's moved right here, and he's laying in guard mode. He doesn't know that he can't protect me. He just hears that it's going on. Talking about these things is because it brings out these guys. Okay, it's like they gotta put their little ear up there and say, "Ah, oh, is she telling on us again? Is she telling them what we do?" Yes, Heather, that's exactly. Mine's on the left, and then it's going up here to the middle. It's not making words yet. It's just doing the hiss. No, Victoria, you're not alone. These things, when we talk about them, have to come check in on us. It's the way they are made. Okay, they're made so that they can do this. Yeah, Victoria, you're gonna hear it because this is a time where they're testing everybody. Yeah, exactly. Nobody. It's on the left. These guys are tuning into us, trying to figure out what we're talking about. And if they need to, what do you call it? Make it bigger, make their area bigger, or revamp it, bring it in. Yeah, it's on the left. And I want everybody, if you can, if you don't mind, to ask Heavenly Father to watch over you and to keep you safe. I will do it. Um, Dear Heavenly Father, I ask that you please watch over everyone that is on here. I know that we are battling these guys, and I need for everyone to stand and take charge. Okay? Do not let them in. Okay? Yeah, these guys are definitely interested in what we're talking about. Remember last week, if you remember last week, we had this go on too where people couldn't see me, some couldn't hear me. It just, when I talk about them, thank you guys. When I talk about them, it draws attention and draws them out. That's why I don't like to talk about them. I like to blog and write it out, so that everybody can read, because in that way they don't get the attention. Good. I'm glad you do, Victoria. These things, I do not give them power over anything. And I mean, I don't. You are feeling like these guys are overwhelming you. I need you to stop and say a quick prayer. I'm going to post up a prayer in the description of this, I think. So that way, if you guys need it, you can come back to it, but it's something that needs to be done to keep you safe. Okay. I know people, yeah. You're welcome, Tracy. That's right. Pray. Scarborough Sasquatch said it. Pray. I don't care. I had a song that I used to listen to all through the 90s, 80s, early 90s, late 80s. That was by MC Hammer, called Pray. And that song played constantly in my house. And even though I don't like, what's his name? Yeezy, Weezy, whatever it is, he has a song too that says, I walk with Jesus. I play that one a lot too. How do I know what we're fighting? I've seen them my whole life. The Bible tells us, that's right, you just got to pray to make it today. That's right. The Bible tells us straight out that we're going to be dealing with these guys, and we sure as heck are. The other way that I know is right. You need to stop these things from getting them on you, around you, from sucking your energy. I don't know about you guys, but when I deal with them, like right now, because I'm talking about them, so it will pulse. And then I know that there's one out here, and then I know there's another one over here, and I know there's another one over here, and each one has a pulse, a different pulse. And it just keeps going and going until finally, like nobody said, just flick it away. And once I do that and say in Jesus Christ's name to get away from me, they start backing up. Here we go again, faint, because I know that I'm safe and I know that they can't hurt me. And I need for you guys to know that. Okay? These things do what they can. You're going to hear high pitched noises. That's fine. Humming vibration, fine again. You know why? That's the earth, and it's also the other frequencies around you telling you what's opening up. Okay? Um, I don't know how many of you have been watching or reading the news as of late, but the moon, they actually discovered a structure in the very center towards it, you know? Um, People for the longest time never believed because, I mean, the Bible tells you that he cast down the fallen into the deepest bowels and pits of hell. Okay, well, people are like, well, theoretically that doesn't work, because we think we know everything about the earth that we need to know. Well, now they're finding out they don't know. Okay, and if you think about that, I'd love to know what that structure is. I want to elucidate a little bit on that one because I'm really, really curious. Um, because if you think of it the way that I've learned to think of it, it makes total sense. These guys, imagine a conveyor belt, okay? They're walking along the conveyor belt. Um, they live down there. It's like a manufacturing plant, okay? They use it to grow their armies, okay? Their armies are created beings that are created pretty much grown up, adult size, whatever you want to call it, okay? So these guys don't have to gain in knowledge or intelligence. They're born with it, created with it. Um, so they automatically know how to, you know, um, that's right, North Statue Gal. Um, if you say the Lord's name, they have to leave. As I've said many times, it is the most powerful thing that you're going to say. Um, uh, okay, I just said that's what that is, but if you have it on the right side, that's something completely different. Okay, if you've got that high pitched hum going on the right side, you've got angelic beings that are watching over you and then checking in. That should tell you right there. If you have these guys checking in on you, that means you're ready to wake up. You're ready. So that way you can battle too. Okay? And when I say battle, I mean battle. Okay? I'm not one of those little people that says, um, oh, I could kind of do this or I could kind of do that. You see me. I've been attacked so many times physically, spiritually, mentally, verbally, emotionally. I give up, okay? So I just pick myself up, dust myself off. May take a little bit of a break, but I come back every time because I know that I have the whole armor and I can handle it. I mean, I don't like it, but I can handle it. Also, too, as nobody was saying, you can also be perceiving the field changes. But if it's a constant, persistent hum like that, um, I'll tell you one way to find out. That is to ask it, address it, say, listen, I hear you humming on the right side or ringing or whatever it is. I hear it. If you are an angelic being, can you please do something, either A, to make it stop, or B, to pick up something and that means something to you and walk away with it. Okay. Um, if you can ask that being to do these things for you, it's going to either A, take a piece of your fear with it. Okay. It's going to make you feel, okay, relaxed. Um, oh, that is so cool. Scarborough, that is very cool. Um, on the right side, that's right. Right side is the best side, you know. I mean, it sounds stupid, but that's the easiest way to teach children that too. You know, you always tell them if they're dealing with something like that to look to the right, and that's what I tell people because um, it's instinctual. Actually, when people lie, they look down. You know, they're doing this all the time. Contact with you, looking down, down to the left, down to the left, down to the left. Okay, when they're looking um, for guidance or dealing with angelic beings, whatever. Like I say, it's just instinctual. You're right. You're like, ah, there you are. You hear the humming, it's in your right. You hear just different things. You get pinprickles on your right. Okay. So that's how you know you're right with God. The Buddha, yes, that's right. He is depicted as lying on his right side. I have several, and I have never seen one on his left. Mm-mm. I'm thinking about that. I don't. I've never seen one laying on his left. You're right. Oh, you, Tracy, you showed your grandma what on TV? You showed her angels? Thank you, Gray Life. I think it's good for everyone to at least get this out in the open, you know, because if I don't talk about it, then nothing happens. And if I let it go, then um, I failed my mission. Ring your sudden onset of time in one ear. I have this about 5, yeah. Um, oh, you did. You came just fine, Gray Life. People, you're right. People, you know, don't know if they can come on here and say something. And whether I'm going to ban it or block it or whatever. You know what? This is a place for growing spiritually. Yes, that's right, Tracy. You can't expect a being or even a person that is doing bad or evil to, want to call it play the game. Okay, the play the game is, oh, I'm so good. Well, I think we all, as adults, start to look through that, you know, and that's the most important thing is that we are allowed to um, grow and learn our strengths, you know, and I think that is a good thing. I think maybe next week, I don't know, you guys tell me how you guys like this camera thing because I'm not sure how to post it, you know, where to stick it. Right now it's over here, but I'm thinking maybe next time post it over here. I mean, I don't know. What's there? That's right, Vincent. As long as it goes away, you don't. That's why I tell people all the time. You don't have to bring out. Yes, it is a new camera, my friend. You don't have to bring out that big, heavy Arnold Schwarzenegger Rambo machine gun, to deal with them. You start out small, you know. Once it's to the point where you feel comfortable with yourself and the power that you have, you're going to know, okay, you know what, get away from me. I don't want to deal with you. Go away. Okay. And that's usually enough. Um, if it's not, then you can move up to the next um, prayer. You can move up and say, listen, you know, um, this is what's going on, and I'm respecting, rebuking and expecting you to go somewhere else completely, anywhere but me. And oh, by the way, if I have neighbors or if I have my daughters or somebody else, you're not allowed over there either. So you need to go far away. And that's what you do. You send them. Okay. And if you can't do it the first time, it doesn't matter. Go to the next one. Go to the next one until you get to the one where you are calling on his name and on his blood to shower and shelter you. Once you do this, it's over. It's done. You win. That's the best way for me to put it. Um, Thank you, Grammy. Um, I just want you guys to know I love you, and I say prayers for you guys, and I worry so much about you guys because I need to know that what I'm giving you guys is power, and I want you guys to use it. You know, it is, Vincent. It is information that a lot of times I can talk about it, and then the next thing I know, nothing happens. And you know what that tells me? If I get not one response, not one, not a thumbs up, or hey, Ken, I saw this video, or hey, this video sucked, if I don't get even one response, then I know that the message that I had to deliver, hello, Terminator, that I had to deliver was wrong. How about that? I know that it was completely and totally wrong because you guys should be able to use the message that I have to give. And if you can't, then it just is really simple for me. It means that whatever I had to say isn't going to work, which I don't know. I guess that part of it's frustrating for me. Because I want you guys to all know that I love and pray and care about all of you. I may not know you in person, but that's just the type of person that I am. I pray for humanity every night. Even the jerk-offs that do bad things, you know, um, we have to. We have to do this. And it's one of the hardest things that people don't understand, We can do this. And not by doing it in such a way that you're like, oh man, I just gave in to them. No. You need to accept that they are not on the same level as you are. Well, thank you, nobody. I thank you. Sure. Tracy would like to know. Yes, Tracy, it's Kat Hansen at yahoo.com. Okay. And thank you, Heather. Hi, Mr. DeVere. The email is KHATHANSEN at yahoo.com. Very simple. Thank you, Vincent. I love you too. I want everyone to remember that, okay? We are dealing with love here. We're not dealing with fear. We're not going to live in that reality because I hate that reality. A one-on-one session with me, um, that'd be for just one time. Skyping or something like that is usually 75, and I usually go for about an hour, hour and a half. It depends on how much we need to discuss, you know, because a lot of people just have a quick question and then it's over with. But that really isn't how it works. There's more to it, you know. I love you too. We just need to accept the fact that we are going to make this a better place and more of us are waking up. And that's what I'm doing. I'm extending the hand so that way everybody wakes up. I'm not smacky with the hand. I, I'm telling us though that we need to wake up and recognize that power. Okay. So we've talked about the Nunye wheel. The Nunye, um, go back through my videos. You're going to see that there's a couple different ones, you know, from a while back that I made that talks about them. Um, I just want you to know that no matter what, you guys are strong, powerful beings. You can extend your own hands to other people and make this ginormous circle around to stop whatever's there. Okay. Next week, I kind of want to talk about uh, walking barefoot and how the earth has the ability to use your energy, your power to help heal itself. Okay. And that means dealing with the cryptids that come out when you are doing what you're going to be doing. Um, Good. I'm glad. I'm so glad, Scarborough. Okay, well, I'm going to let everybody go. And the Trouble Brothers are awake now and headed towards the back door. So we get to hear crazy mad barking from them. But I love you and please stay safe. Okay. Let me know how you guys like this camera thing. Okay. I'm going to end the stream. It's got a big red button. Oh boy. That says I can end it. So I love you. Have a great rest of the week ahead. Um, Stay safe, everybody. Ciao, ciao. You guys all have a great day.